Hiya. So you all know how big a fan I am of Robin Hood, the BBC version. Well, I thought I'd do a review of the film Robin Hood that came out not so long ago, and so I thought I'd do that because I haven't done a review in a little while. So yeah, basically the plot is, well, our Robin, our hero Robin, is called Robin Longstride, but there is also a Robert of Locksley. Now, Robert Locksley, he is the knight, the friend of the king, you know, the one who we always think Robin Hood typically to be before he came back from the Crusades. However, when he dies, when the king dies in France, when we see Robin and Robert, they're both there, they're both fighting for the king in France. Basically the king dies, he gets shot through the neck, and we see Robert take the crown and try and get it to the coast as fast as possible to get it back to England. Unfortunately, he gets ambushed by the bad guy called Godfrey, and he's not a very nice guy. Basically kills him. He doesn't get the crown, and Robin comes in and basically makes a promise to Robert to say, you know, yeah, I'll take your sword back to your father, I'll get the crown back to England, it'll be fine. Basically, once he's dead, he takes Robin and all of his little gang, take their armour of the knights, get on the boat, come back to England. They go to Robert's estate, and Robert's dad, Walter, says, look, I want you to be my son. I want you to say that you are Robert, my son, returned from the Crusades. So Marion can keep her lands. You know, Marion's been working day and night to keep these lands going. We saw her grain get pinched by these orphan boys who live in the forest. So Marion's trying very hard. So Robin agrees to it. He gets her grain back from the church. Gets some grain, sows the grain, everything's fine. They share a room, they have to share a room to like show the servants that they're actually a married couple, which is quite good. At one point Marion says to Robin, you so much as move and I'll sever your manhood, and I thought, well done. Yeah, but the French eventually land in England. You know, they want to take over England, the French, King Philip. And basically John, the idiot, thinks that he's got all the power, that Godfrey's his friend, that he's going to look after the kingdom for him and all this, and it's really not happening. French have landed. John's got rid of anyone close to him that might be able to help, so it's not good. In the end, they all the people get together, and basically Walter, Robert's dad, tells Robin that Robin's dad used to be this big old leader, and he used to rally the people for democracy, really, for a say in the laws that are being made. Robin saw his dad die. That affected him a lot. Basically, they go to this big old what do they call it? It's like a convention type thing, where all the lords of the north have gotten together and the king's there, and they all talk it out, and the king promises that if they all band together and help John, help him, then he will give them a say. He promises that he will give them a say in the laws that are being made. He promises that to them. So they band together. Unfortunately, while this is going on, Godfrey is in Nottingham, basically in Locksley, destroying everyone, putting them all in one building, setting it aflame. Marion's in another building, almost getting sexually abused, but she doesn't. She gets away, and the boys that live in the forest, the little orphan boys, come and get Marion out, and then Robin turns up and saves the day for them. They then have to go off to fight the French on the coast, the French that are trying to invade. Have to go fight them on the coast. Marion turns up, there's a big old fight, big old war, and Marion almost dies when Godfrey tries to sword through her helmet, and but Robin saves her, and she's okay. You know, he's lifting her up, and it's kind of the end of the battle, and he's walking through the sea with her, and it's very, very sweet. And yeah, it's very nice, and they're all cheering with Robin, and John gets a bit jealous by this point, and basically says, no, I'm not keeping my word on that. Robin can die now. I've gotten what I want. He can die, and anyone who's helping him can also die. So Marion and Robin and all of his followers go and live in the forest, but they don't call it Sherwood, they call it Greenwood. But yeah, okay. And basically that was the plot. I thought it was a good plot. I thought it was a very fresh take on it. It's not the usual version, and I think that was nice. You know, there was a little bit of it that was set in France, and there was a lot more to do with the power of the country. Do you know what I mean? But so I thought it was quite good. Characters and cast: Russell Crowe obviously played Robin. He didn't install in me the same faith in him that the BBC one had. Sorry, throat. And I didn't trust him as much. You know, he'd steal from the rich and give to the poor. With this new Robin, I didn't feel that as much. You know, I didn't see him helping anyone, like any specific smaller person. You know, he helped Marion a lot. You know, he gave grain to the whole community, he fed them, etc. But I didn't feel it. It didn't really feel like Robin, but that was probably just me. And I also thought his accent occasionally went a little, but not always. I thought it was genuinely okay. Genuinely okay. You know, he played the part of which he was given in that film, so that was okay. Kate as Marion, I think, made it. I thought she was really, really good. I really, really enjoyed her performance. I thought she was really believable, and I could feel that she cared. You know, she acted it really well. Godfrey, the bad character, who has also been in Stardust and also in Sherlock Holmes the film, which throughout Robin Hood the film, I was watching and I was thinking, he's been in something, and now I just can't see him in anything else. You know, I know he was still a bad character, but I didn't feel it. I weren't feeling it. I could see that it was a bad character and that it was horrible, but I weren't totally taken by it, to be honest. I love the fact that they kept John, Alan, Will, and Tuck. Tuck especially, I thought he was brilliant in this. Absolutely brilliant. I love him. I love that actor in most things that I now can't remember the name of, but he is really, really good. I thought it was brilliant. My best bit of the film was when Robin was carrying Marion and they were all cheering Robin, and it was really, really nice. It was a really sweet moment. You know, they're in the sea and he's like wading through it with her in his arms, and it was really, really nice moment. Yeah, so that was my evaluation. I think this film was more what happened to get him to the place he was, to get him to be that legend of, you know, he steals from the rich to give to the poor. This is what happened to get him there, not just he came home and that was what he was. I thought it was very in-depth, and I thought it was very good. They made it fresh, which with some films that have been overdone you just can't do, but I think they did it very well. I mean, I was of course worried that it was just going to be another Gladiator, you know, with the same director and the same main actor. I thought, this is going to be another Gladiator, but it wasn't. It was different. I mean, some aspects I did think, careful, but I thought it was good in general. Worth a watch. Not brilliant. I didn't think it was amazing, but I thought it was okay. Right.